Welcome to TPK Roleplay, and welcome to the 11th episode of our Curse of Strahd campaign, Dark Echoes. Shout out again to Proper Nerdy for making that amazing intro video. Why are you giving me negatives already? This campaign, while based on the standard module from Wizards of the Coast, has been modified using additional content from a variety of sources. Dark Echoes is a vivid exploration of classic Gothic horror tropes and monsters of all kinds. It may be a brutal, stressful, and grim experience, and is not for the faint of heart. Please know that those of us around the virtual table have given our consent to explore these topics together as respectfully as we can. But if you, the viewer, should feel uncomfortable at any point, please make sure to step away, get some air, stretch your legs, and check in on us again later. And with that, I am Luke Locke, and I will be your dungeon master this morning. Players, if you'd like to go around in order of overlay and introduce yourselves.
Hi everybody, I'm Osara X Franco, and I'm playing Irina Kolyana, the Human Ranger. Passing it over to Cole.
Hello everyone, my name is Cole Robbie, and I play Colin, the Human Antiquarian.
Hello everybody, I am Tyrant, and I will be playing Winchester, the half-elf druid.
Hello, I'm playing Toby, the lizard folk barbarian.
What is up, my bitches and bros and non-binary hoes? It's me, Rictavio, played by Turk.
Enervation for that, for making me hear that.
Oh my.
Oof.
That's good, right, Scott?
Okay, so you guys have arrived in Vallaki. You are here. Let me just remind you of where you are. You are in a town that is set next to a very large lake that almost spans the entire valley. And they are having a festival soon, within a few days. And it looks like they have them quite frequently. The walls are plastered with beautiful posters, celebrating all of the festivities and announcing them. You have stopped at the Blue Water Inn, and with your escort, Ezek, who seems to have taken an interest in Cole. Let me find Ezek.
Oh heck, I just realized the freaking shadows walking in this
Yes,
It's
that
very cool.
artwork is animated.
So good.
It's made by James RPG Art on Patreon, and he's the best. But Ezek has, who seems to be the captain of the guard, allowed you entry despite the guard's hesitation, considering Toby's appearance. And he has escorted you to the Blue Water Inn, where you were able to find rooms, and you also met a new friend, who seems to have joined your group. A very loud and colorful entertainer that was putting on a children's puppet show when you first arrived into the town. He also has rooms at the Blue Water Inn, and he's a very colorful fellow. And you guys have now decided to go to the church. And let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry. You also went to Blinsky's. Sent there by Aragol, who you met outside of town, wanting to get a toy for his niece. And you were able to acquire the toy, and also find out that Ezek has been commissioning Blinsky for a certain doll. And let's see, now you are outside of Saint Andral's church. I will change the music. Even though I actually really like that song. Okay, so this slouching, centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked stained glass windows depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church. A thin mist creeps among the graves. And I'll take you over there. There we go.
Am I the only one that this place gives the creeps?
Never been to a church before. Oh, well, I guess the one time.
Anytime
tend-
anyone is swinging around incense and making loud, roaring judgments in the arcane speeches, I tend to get a shiver up my spine.
Right.
And they don't even have the common sense to have a whip with them. Be much more fun that way.
Irina, this is the place that we were supposed to take you, correct?
Yes, this is where my brother thought I might be safe. I don't know, maybe he's right, but she kind of like looks at the sagging building and the just looking around.
It doesn't look
into
very
that.
safe.
But we should at least let them know that I have arrived here safely. They can
Right.
let Ismark know, at least for now.
Right.
People stay in this thing?
This, shall we?
Yeah, so let's get on with it and get out of here as quickly as possible.
Ezek will stand there, just straight like a sentry, and look at you all, just watching, eyes almost always on you, Colin, even if he appears to be watching everyone. And he appears to just be standing there almost like a bodyguard and waiting for you to take care of whatever business you have here.
Yeah.
And with very much the impression that he will be here still when you
Yeah.
leave the church.
So I'll go in last, and I'll take out my little notebook that I have, and I'm just going to my glasses, my glasses. I'm just-
Jinkies.
I'm just going to write in it, "Who are you?" and put it up to him and hand him over the quill.
Okay. He will sit for a second and then scrawl kind of very largely and awkwardly, as if he is very unfamiliar holding a pen and maybe not great at writing, and he will scrawl out his name, Ezek Strahd.
Oh, of
And
course.
it looks very much like a 5-year-old wrote it.
Okay. Real quick, I'm just gonna write one more. I'm just gonna write, "How do you know me?"
He will look at you and he'll kind of point at his head, and then he'll scrawl out dreams with 2 E's.
That tells me a lot. Okay. Well, as much as I hate doing this, I'm going to do it because why the hell not? I'm going to place my hand on his shoulder and just look him in the eyes and say, "Thank you." And if nothing happens at the first touch, I'm going to linger a second to see if something happens, and then I'm going to head in after.
Yeah, he will nod and then put his shoulder, like his other hand back on your shoulder and just stare at you as if he's trying to get you to understand, and you will hear that sound.
Help, help, calling, 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 calling. Help, 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 help. Calling, 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 calling.
Again in your head.
Cool. So dope. I'll yeah, I'm walking in.
Okay.
I could also sign your autograph book if you wanted. It would look much better with Octavio's signature on there.
Fuck off, Pinocchio.
Oh no, Pinocchio might have been one of my better interpretations, but you're the one with the
Jesus.
big nose.
Hey, Luca,
Mm-hmm.
petition to grant Cole inspiration for that sick burn.
I grant this. Yes. You may have inspiration. I grant your petition. Okay. Where am I? You guys are walking into the church.
Mhm.
Yes.
Let me show you.
You guys will see as we walk into the church that Winchester stops outside the threshold. And he just kind of thinks for a second, and then slowly puts a hand in, and then walks into the church, kind of audibly letting out a kind of sigh of relief.
Irina would shoot him a weird glance at this, because noticing that he did not do that previously. She'll just raise her eyebrows like, dude, what the shit, as she moves in ahead. Is there anyone in here?
Yes, there's actually like a random just village woman that kind of just bows her head and walks out on her own business, apparently. As you guys are coming in, she seems to be done with her afternoon prayers, and there is an older man, it appears to be, sitting in one of the pews up ahead.
Irina, kind of familiar with church in general from her village, will walk up and look kind of at the pew and at the pulpit up front to try and determine, like, to see if there's a priest. Is the man sitting in the pews, like, what does he is he giving me,
he
like...
is definitely dressed in priest garb. He has like a thick, heavy rope tied around his robes, as well as like a large lantern on a chain.
Is he, and what is his status? Is he just chilling there?
He's sitting. He looks to be almost like nodding off a little. He is quite elderly.
Okay. Yeah, she would walk in, see him, identify, and can I just get like a general scope out of this room and what's happening?
The pews are kind of worn down, though well cleaned. It does seem to have a hand of care to it, and there is an odd sense of something lingering, but also you have the feeling as if you've forgotten something, almost like there's something missing here.
Hey, Luca.
Mm-hmm.
I call in myself, for I am calling. I'm very interested in this necklace he has. For one, that's a very hefty chain we got going on there, but also this lantern.
Mm-hmm.
So I will take an action to look at it and see if it's magical or kind of what I see.
Yeah, mechanically it's a lantern of revealing. However, you guess from it, it appears to have once been blessed by some sort of spell, and just serves now more as a holy relic than anything functional.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just sit and take in the rest of the room and just kind of be on watch as well.
I will sit directly next to Colin.
Joke's on you, I'm not sitting.
Just sit, you sit.
It's, you know, the kind of sit where you're standing but you're not sitting.
The leaning sitting, where you're standing.
Like just the fold arms, like kind of stand in front of the pew, like.
Yes. I just meant I'm passing.
And he's going to, then he's gonna lean right up next to you, sitting, just plucking out a loop.
Toby, are you coming in to the church? You have not yet.
Much like the toy store, he does not enter.
Okay. Isaac will just stay out there with you, silent and
Toby,
imposing.
get in here. They have good snacks.
You better hope they do. Toby can be mad if you line about snacks like that.
What you gonna do, Toby? Get mad.
I mean, there are,
Toby
random
rage.
little benches towards the back, almost like just hastily built benches with very basic bread and milk set out.
Oh, ew, milk just sitting out?
It's called bread and
as
butter.
if offerings for anyone who really needs it.
Yeah,
It
if
just
milk,
smells kind of.
If milk isn't full of all that other stuff, it sits out just fine warm, right?
Milk always. No, I'm not.
They have
Listen,
very shitty wine in here and some very thin crackers if you'd like it.
Toby will like stand by the door in the back and just kind of almost stand at attention and just kind of look around. He doesn't want to break anything.
I'll give you some jerky if you enter as far as we are.
Irina will move over to the religious figure and like kind of try to hello, Father?
Oh, oh, hello. And he will look up at you, see you. Come to pray to the morning, Lord, my dear.
No, I believe you are expecting my arrival. I am Irina Kolyana. I was sent here by my brother, Ismar,
Yes.
from the village of
believe I
Barovia.
did receive a letter, but oh, my dear. Oh, please sit down, my dear.
I'm afraid yes, I suppose it's fine. And she will take a seat next to him. I'm sorry, Father. Might I have your name?
Father Lucian.
It is nice to meet you, Father Lucian. You have a wonderful church here.
It is wonderful to meet you, Miss Kolyana, correct?
Yes, that's right.
I did receive the letter from young Master Kolyanovich. However, I am so sorry, dear. The church can no longer offer a place of sanctuary for you.
No longer?
There was a relic housed here that offered safety from the devil, but it has been stolen. I do not know what evil creature would do this, but
You know, this is
I
very
am sorry
typical.
this building no longer has the protections it once had, and I can no longer keep you safe. I am so sorry.
Great, a fetch quest. I'm so
Irene-
surprised.
Irina will look over at Colin and shrug and put a comforting hand on Father Lucian's shoulder. It is all right, Father. I will admit I came here to say that I would just hope that you could write to my brother. Let him know that I arrived here safely.
Of course.
I have no intention of staying.
I will do. I am sorry. I have been somewhat short-staffed. I have Yeska, of course. He's my altar boy, but my Milivoj, my lad that helps me with the runnings of things, has recently gone missing. He has not come back for a few days, I'm afraid. I do not know where he is.
I am sorry to hear that. What is his name?
Milivoj. He is an orphan from over in the Saint Andral's orphanage across the street. But you know, he works here for a few coin that I could spare. But I have not seen him in a while, and as a result, I find myself, you know, Yeska is small and can only do so much.
Father, I hate to ask, but did this young man go missing around the same time as your relic?
Somewhat, but Milivoj is a bright young lad. He is a good young lad. He would never do something like this.
No, I wonder if something befell him as well.
You think he was also taken? Well, who would want Milivoj?
I'm not certain. And you'll watch as I think the party's been around Irina long enough to know when she's like, we gotta help these people. Like when that mood starts to kind of overtake her, and she'll turn back to the rest of the party, and just kind of sigh. Father, I hate to sound pessimistic. Our journey here has been very difficult. This relic that was missing, what was it? How did it work?
It was the bones of Saint Andral himself. They were housed here. This used to be his house, you know, way back in the day. Of course, we have added on a little bit, but there was, when the armies advanced, Saint Andral housed many in his own home, and refused the devil entrance, and said that as long as he remained in his home, the devil could never enter. And the devil never could. He could not gain entrance. He tried. He razed the village around, but could not gain entry to this home. And we, you know, we obviously turned it into a church after Andral's passing, and a sainthood, of course, and now, until very recently, it was a place of safety for all.
What will you do now with the relic gone?
I do not know. We have not, the village of Vallaki has not seen the devil in quite a few years. So, maybe he has lost interest in us.
Have you sent anyone else to already look for the relic?
I have not, no.
Why not?
I would not send Yeska. He is too young, and I am too old. I was hoping that Milivoj would show back up soon. That maybe
else
he
have
had
you
just gotten
told?
busy. No one. I have told no one. I do not want to panic.
It's so important.
Congregation.
But you've told no one and sent no one to look for it. It must not
Well,
be
if
that
people
important.
know, then word could get out, and then who knows what would happen. But I know Miss Kolyana here, and you know, her family goes back a while, and I you know, I can trust them. I knew Koyan when he was younger.
Mm. What
Excuse
was
me.
he like?
Oh,
Younger,
when
I
I knew him, he was out here, visiting the city before he became burgomaster. He was a young lad, full of wild ideas about changing things. The ills of this world had not gotten to him yet.
Irina will get a little teary-eyed as she listens to that, and just nod her head. It is good to know.
Excuse me. Sir, are you insinuating that, I'm sorry, I overheard conversation. Are you insinuating that the creatures of the night can enter this place without invitation whenever this relic is not here?
I would assume so. Yes.
You got in just fine.
Does that apply to everywhere else as well?
I'm not sure what you mean, young man.
Well, you see, we hear stories of vampires and the like not being able to enter residences without an invitation, and I would just like to know if that is false or true.
Yeah, I have not tested this theory myself. I would assume that it has some grain of truth. However, I would not hold out any hope that it would stop the devil himself.
Right. He who claims dominion over the land.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, if there is any way we can help, I'm not one to put too much stock in these places, but if it can hold the devil at bay, then perhaps we should help.
If you find Minivosh, perhaps you might check. Maybe he just got busy. I know he takes care of the younger ones at the orphanage in his spare time. Maybe he got busy with his duties.
Right.
Father, might you show us where they were taken from? Is there a vault or place of safekeeping? We might be able to determine who took them if we understand what.
They were merely in the encasement here, and he will point up to the kind of pulpit thing where there is like a pane of glass, almost like a little cabinet, but meant to be seen into by the congregation. That looks like it just locks with a little key or something, and it is empty in there.
Irene will say, but a moment, Father. She'll stand. Colin, might we look and see? Perhaps there is a clue.
Yeah. Seems like a great place to keep something really, really safe. Does this other person you speak of, are they the one that usually has the key, or do you have the key?
Oh, I do have the key right here. I just keep it in my pocket.
And that is the only key?
I mean, that I know of.
So looking at this, does it look tampered with at all? Does the glass look broken at all?
Do you want to investigate it for me?
Yeah.
Could I assist? Because I'm also trying to test this out.
Yes.
Perfect.
Sir, did you happen to say the name of this relic? Or what it looks like?
I imagine they look very much like bones.
Yes.
Of a human being?
They are kept in a sort of a shroud-type cloth wrapped gently.
I see. I misunderstood.
29.
I also sometimes hear bones and think of other things.
Colin, with a 29, you will see there is some light scratching around the lock that would look as if it was picked.
Right. Cool. Yep, it definitely looks like someone tampered with the lock a little bit.
Was it well done? You understand my question. Someone who knew what they were doing? Someone desperate? Can you tell?
I'm assuming that.
What are you talking about over there? What has happened?
Yeah, someone picked the lock, and based on how high I rolled to notice that, I'd assume that it was very light, and it seems like someone who was skilled. Or is that incorrect?
With how old and this lock does not look like it is set to stand up against a lot of abuse, so it doesn't look like a professional did this. A professional would probably leave no marks on the lock. But it also doesn't look like a lock that would require a professional.
Father, what else is there in the church that you're hiding? We need full transparency, and we need to see everything so that we can help you best.
Hiding? I do not know what you mean.
Keeping safe. I'm sorry. My friend here has the best of intentions. And she'll kind of raise a brow at Colin, best behavior.
I'm doing our best to help, and he'll point at the necklace. I definitely know what that is, and no one carries that unless they're hiding something.
Oh, the lantern. I only use this. Nothing nefarious, young man. It is only used to access, ancient church records and old documents of note and possibly holy significance.
Oh, no worries. I never said anything nefarious. I'm just saying we need the full story and to check out the whole area to know everything we need to know. So,
sure nothing else
you are welcome to look around, although I did check and none of my church records or other holy artifacts are missing.
Can we get a vibe check going on?
Yes.
Look out, Father. He's the most insidious vampiric force of all. He's looking into your records. He might be part of the IRS.
That's a 20.
So his vibe is very much like, why would you need to look at old church records? That's nothing to do with any of this. I am just a priest. He doesn't appear to be hiding anything. There's just no reason in his mind why you would need to access old relics and documents that he's already verified are still there.
I mean, because they're probably pretty cool. There's one reason. Okay, last question.
But he does not seem to be hiding anything. His vibe check is good.
Yeah, last question from me. He definitely is of a specific faith, and it's not anywhere near the same as mine, correct?
Yeah, he appears to follow the Morning Lord, especially from the iconography and things like that in the church.
Cool. Well, if you say nothing else is missing and we take you at your word, then I guess we'll just try to do our best to help you find this.
You mentioned a boy. Might we speak with him? Perhaps he saw something.
Ah, yes. I will, of course. I will. I believe he's out in the graveyard. I'll be back. Let me fetch him. Oh, boy, are you cursed? He says as he passes Toby on the way out.
Toby just shakes his head no, just trying to stay still as he can.
Are you with them?
Yes, Father. He is.
I am sorry. I do not have anything to cure this ailment. I do not know what this is.
He'll look down at himself. Just ailment?
He is not sick, Father. It is fine. Please, if you wouldn't mind.
I'll be back. And he's gonna hobble out slowly. Oh, Captain Strahd. And continue heading.
While he's out, perhaps we could have like a little group powwow while we sort out some of the channel point things.
Yes.
Yeah, Irina will kind of call everyone over and say, if this is true, if this relic really can repel that fiend, then perhaps we should at least see. I am eager to be gone and to learn how to end this terror, but perhaps this might be a way. I don't think that this relic really is as he says, but perhaps there is something there, a clue, a hint towards something greater.
There is definitely something going on here. And he left the church, right?
Yeah, he's out in the graveyard finding Yeska, who's hiding among the graves.
Irina, you should probably check over there a little closer now that he's gone and not breathing down our necks.
Okay.
While he might be what he says he is, it just doesn't add up. There's something more than what we've seen.
You don't have a lot of trust together amongst this entire group, do you?
I trust a lot of things, but there's a lot you don't know, and there's a lot I can see that you cannot.
Right. And there's a lot that you clearly don't know, including breast mints.
I wonder how much time we have for this quest. If we can spare it until the morning, I can prepare a spell that might be able to lead us right to the remains. But if we have to go immediately, then we cannot. Luca, what is the time right now? I'm assuming it's getting later.
Afternoon, yep.
Okay. I still don't know if we should be out after dark, even if we are within the walls of this city.
I'm gonna check that pulpit.
Yeah, roll an investigation. And you can assist. You can roll with advantage if everyone's looking at you.
Chat has given me advantage. So unless someone's gonna, if someone's gonna help me, great. But
Then
if
you
not,
can save
I will
it.
use- Yeah. What say you?
Colin,
Party?
you want to help?
Is anyone else looking with me?
Sure, I'll look.
Okay.
Ouch.
Because I only got an 11, even with advantage. She's not a very good detective.
Well, as this happens and you walk up, you're looking at all the same areas that I have already looked, and I say, "No, Irina, look closer." I'll try to roll because
I will allow it.
No.
I will
Look
allow
with your
it.
genre awareness eyes.
because if we fail,
Trying,
my
damn
friend.
it!
oh wow, wow, mine's a 12, rolling a 2.
No, like this. You're missing the finer areas.
Okay, so
Victoria
here's the
will
thing.
look.
You were given a good table, and the good table item is hidden in the pulpit. So I will allow you, as your hands are kind of following, it's going to take you a long time to the point where you're going to start feeling a little anxiety that he's going to come back at any second and you guys are ransacking his pulpit. But eventually something will click and a drawer will slide out filled with old documents and an old journal. And the old journal is the good table item.
Does it look like the old journal I found at the inn?
Oh wait, yes, no, sorry, this is not the thing.
That's
That's the other one.
Same.
Stop.
It's the very same. And
I have the wrong thing pulled up. It is another old journal.
All into one.
Hold on,
Fun.
let me
is the
find it.
same.
But
It's
meanwhile,
old journal number 2.
Yes. Listen, a lot of these things are named old book, old map, old journal, so it doesn't spoiler things when you find them. And it makes it kind of hard for me to keep track of what's what. Hold on here. Let me find you. First here, I'll show you. It seems to be a log book of all the priests that have held this station over the past few years. And there is a PDF. So I made this originally. I put this together as an actual book for my in real life game where you could read through it. But you know.
Hey, Luca.
Uh-huh.
There's already a typo in the second entry.
Shh.
Hey,
Listen,
hey,
the priest can't
excuse
spell.
me, Colin. Yeah, excuse me, Colin. Are you trying to forget about illiteracy in the Middle Ages and subsequent fantasy tropes? Yeah, sit your genre ass down.
Listen, the reason I say it is because we post these things in cool places. Chat.
Do you know where you could not post it? In your Nazi grammar Germany.
GM, are these are written by, like, I can see that there's like different font sizes. It looks like, is this to like it's been written just like over time?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And if you click on the link at the very like if you click on to see like text and click on the link, it'll take you to the PDF that shows the various, but I just put it in text form here for you so you could read it a little easier. But it has
Gotcha.
different dates over time.
Irina will kind of, that nervousness of being discovered and found out, as she looks through it and sees mention of Strahd, she will quickly tuck it into, like, scrabble and grab it and tuck it into her pack and look at Colin and say, I found like something like this earlier at the inn, and kind of try to put the drawer back.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Out of game, this is super cool. Luca always makes the coolest stuff. So.
Yay, Luca!
Yeah,
Okay.
we should probably get going. That took a little longer than I thought.
So you grab the other players, all the other papers, books, and journals in there, just kind of a stack of them, and shove them in your bag, and then close the drawer.
Yeah, she's taken these, like,
Okay.
she's on a hunt. She's not gonna leave anything behind that she think will give her an advantage.
Okay. Very good. So one is an old book that talks about the essence of evil. One is a sketch of a place, and it is named Argenvostholt in an old book. And it depicts a fortress of some kind. And the other depicts a small fishing village that appears to be on what is named the Luna River, known as Berez.
Yeah, she's gonna gather them all up and look at Colin. Perhaps tonight we might look at these more closely.
Probably a good idea. Seems like there's some really good information about what happened around here throughout history. It's super beneficial.
I agree. Look at the artwork on that. Very nice sketching.
Can you please just not always breathe down my neck? Like, come on.
No, I enjoy it
Boundaries
too
just
much.
a
I'm
little
trying to
bit.
seduce you, can't you tell?
Oh, good luck.
Give in to me.
My superpower.
Irina will wince at that so hard. She's gonna, like, her eyes will dart to Octavio as he says that, and there'll be a flash of fear, and you can tell, like, she's fucking triggered when you say that.
Listen, Turk is laughing, but Rictavio.
Yes.
I would refrain from trying things like that with this group. That's where I'll leave that. But it
Trying
looks
things
like
like
we have
that with
company.
this group? Having a good time, enjoying yourself, reading secret notes.
You know, not everything is there for you to. Never mind.
So you got this
Anyways.
fetch quest? Tell me how this isn't fun.
Hello, Father.
Oh, yes, no, Yeska. These nice adventurers, would like to speak with you, and I will stay right here. And behind his robes, you will see a small boy with one eye missing and horrible scarring across his face. And he'll
Irina
just kind of
melts.
look out from behind the robes very shyly. At all
Irina
of you.
fucking melts. She sees this kid and her heart, like you can hear the like as her heart just like shatters into a billion pieces.
I feel you on that. Seeing as I'm like looking at a younger version of myself.
Oh, he's missing an eye? Oh, I can relate to him too.
Irina will approach and then that like Disney princess kind of vibe, like get down and put out a hand to him very seriously. It's nice to meet you, Yeska. My name is Irina.
Hi.
We are here to help, both you and the father. We understand that something went missing. Yes?
The bones.
Yes. And she'll kind of get close and like whisper. It's like very treating him with respect and look like down at eye level. Yes, they are gone. But you seem clever enough. Did you see anything? Hear anything?
Well, Milivosh went missing. He hasn't been back. But,
Could you tell me about Milivosh?
oh, he's
he-
nice. He's one of the older kids at the orphanage. Though I don't live there anymore. Father Lucian lets me stay here now because I didn't like all the other kids.
Yeah, they probably weren't as cool as you are, to be honest.
It's Milivosh.
He will smile a little at that and just kind of
he
like
like-
shrink a little.
Is he like a brother to you? Do you know where he might have gone?
Well, I saw him talking to someone, but it was dark and I didn't see who it was.
Did you hear what they talked about? It is very, very helpful that you saw this.
It was a scary person, someone in a dark cloak. I didn't like it.
And when was this?
Well, it was a while ago. It was longer ago than, like, it was before Milivosh went missing.
And did you hear what they were saying? What they were talking about, discussing?
No, it was out, Milivosh digs the graves. I'm not big enough yet. I can't get the shovel to go down into the dirt. But he was out there, and he was talking to someone, and then he said that he had to go, to the coffin shop, and then he came back and he seemed upset, but like he was here for a while after that, like a whole week before he went missing.
You see, I thank you for telling me. I appreciate it. And thank you for helping. And she'll speak a little bit louder, trying to give this kid some kudos. And thank you for helping the father. I know that he is very grateful. And it's are you the one helping keep this place so wonderful, so nice?
Yeah, I clean it because it was a safe place. It should look nice for people.
Yes, it should. She will reach in to her pocket and pull out. I think she has one of the little Vistani smoke bomb things. Like, I think she has just like a singular one. She's
Okay.
gonna like reach into her pocket and pull that out and kind of look around like conspiratorially, like making sure that like they're safe, and like take his hand and like sneak it into it, kind of a thing, and be like, this is a gift, just very, it will make flames a different color.
I will use it for magic when I need it.
But be
And
very
his eyes are
careful.
just like wide.
Yep. And she's like smiling and grinning too. But remember, you must keep it safe and remember the laws of this place. You use it. You must be very careful. But you are smart, and I have no doubt that you will be safe.
I will make fire different colors. It's like magic.
Mm-hmm. But only use it if you need to protect this place. You understand?
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you.
And she'll like rub his shoulder and stand up. He is a good boy, Father Lucian.
Oh, he's a wonderful boy. You know, the other kids weren't very kind to him. He was very young when he received the scars, I think. Lucian, would you care to go take care of some chores? And Lucian will kind of...
You mean Yeska?
Yep, Yeska, and Yeska will run
Although
out again.
I love the narrative. Lucian, would you like to do something? Yes, I would.
Before he leaves, and when the father mentions that, Colin will just kind of step up and say, yeah, well, kids don't really understand that scars are actually pretty badass, and just nod to Yeska as he leaves.
Okay. He will get out towards the door and see Toby, like, for the first time, not having seen him, like, as he was kind of cowering in the ropes, and just kind of start yelp and then take out the door. And then Lucian will continue talking. You know, his mother, I feel a sense of duty for the boy. His mother came in when he was, I would say probably 4. He was just toddling around, you know. And she came in and prayed, and then set him down on the pew, and she slit her throat in front of me and took her own life, and I could not save her. And I didn't know. I knew she was troubled from her prayers and talking with her, but I did not know. And so I feel like it is my duty to take care of him now, since I could not see it coming with his mother.
That is horrible, Father. With you.
It
Do you
is
know
a
what
hard
happened to him?
land. Oh, I believe they were attacked, and his father was lost in the attack. Many of the orphans that come our way are from scattered, farms and houses in the landscape and countryside around the village, who undergo some sort of trauma, and then they find their ways by some means into the city walls to the orphanage. But this one, I tried to see if he would fit in at the orphanage, but As he grew older, it becomes harder to live with other children sometimes, as if you have any sort of differences. Children do not understand yet how mean they can be, I think.
Yes. It's unfortunate.
Hate to interrupt, but if we're gonna get this done, we probably should get going.
Yes, did Jessica, did he give you any usable information? I have asked him, and he says he does not know where Millivauge is.
I think he was able to tell us enough to at least begin to look. We might check the orphanage to see if they have any information or knew where he was going. I don't know.
Maybe one of the other children.
Perhaps, yes. Thank you, Father Lucian. Yeah, we will do what we can. In the meantime, I guess stay safe.
I will write your brother, and hopefully the bones can be returned, and we can replace them in where they need to go, and make this place safe for you again.
Perhaps. And she looks at the party like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
It looks like you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Do you want to go get our silent but helpful escort?
Yeah, let me go talk to him just real quick, like 2 seconds, just alone, if I may.
You're going to talk to him. Is he going
Yes.
to talk back?
Yes.
Really? Because he doesn't move his mouth.
Like as soon when you get really
Oh,
out,
that
I'm
kind of
already
talking.
leaving.
Sorry, I'll close the door so we don't have to see it.
Just one more
Gentle.
question on the notepad. I'm gonna write, how can I help you? ?
He will look at it, taking a little bit to read it, and then kind of tilt his head just ever so slightly, and then place his hand on his chest and then up against yours.
No, me help you. All right. If Rictavio closed the doors, then I'll just knock on them and say, everybody ready?
Oh, hello, who is it?
Irina will just shake her head and push past and open the door. Yes,
Oh,
go in. We're ready.
don't invite him in just yet. We don't know
Well-
who he is.
We're off to see the wizard or something?
Well, I think, and she'll gesture across the street. It's more like we're off to see sad, depressed children.
Oh, great, my favorite. You know, it's very typical that we ended up here with no reason why, and there's things that keep keeping us here longer and longer, you know?
Gosh, I imagine if there was an audience, they would find you very witty.
No,
In the
that's
meantime,
your job.
speaking of audience, though, and he gets his puppet. Perhaps I could help with the sad children part.
Don't make them more sad. We're trying to help them, not hurt
Well,
them.
then I will cover your face.
Yeah.
Octavio, as we're walking across the street,
Winchester.
were you a court jester at one point?
A court jester? Ooh, I've never had the honor, or the pleasure, or the difficulty of being a court jester. Nine, I've only been with the traveling carnival.
If this, well, good. If this was not one of your past lives or a primary profession of yours, could we please act like it is not? I appreciate the jokes and trying to add levity to our situation, but some of us aren't ready for it.
Are you suggesting that you have everyone think you don't think all is well in Vallaki? Looking around up and down the street.
Just
All is well.
Exactly. There we go. Big smiles, everyone. All is well.
Irene is
You
gonna
want to
kind of.
go?
Oh,
no,
sorry.
sorry. Really good.
No,
Yes, you
keep
want to
going.
go
If you're
around
keep
with-
going, keep going.
You want to walk around with the Doom Patrol here, making everyone feel all dark and gloomy every time you turn your heads around, with Captain Depression and Fire Hair over there. Then, you know, you
My
want to
friend.
get picked up.
my friend, we are quite tired of mass. So
Well, I'm not
while
wearing
we will wear one for now, know that the additional words grate on our consciousness. Thank you.
Then I will keep my barbs short and to the point.
As you cross the street, past a large set of iron gates, the orphanage looms tall and quiet in the fog. No sounds of children playing can be heard, and a sense of fear hangs heavy in the air. And do we want to take...
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, I've finished 2 of my 3 drinks, so I'm dancing.
All right. Okay, break time, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. You have crossed the street from Saint Andral's Church over to the orphanage. Ezek will take up his usual sentinel-type position near the front door and just wait as if silently waiting for you to do your business.
Irina will drift over to Toby. Toby, I've noticed that you are hesitating to join us. Is it purely because of your appearance, or is there something else?
I don't want to break anything in the church. I know they're kind of special to people, so.
That is very thoughtful, Toby. Do you know what an orphanage is, right?
I think so, but I don't ever go by them.
Because of the children?
Well, most people are afraid of me, but kids usually are too.
I understand. Would you like someone to wait outside with you?
You don't have to. I'm fine just sitting here by myself.
Oh, my friend, it is perfectly fine. I will join you. I'm afraid nowadays the children may not take much liking to my face now that I have no eyes.
So you're saying that I have to go in and you guys are staying. You're saying that you're gonna leave me with Rictavio somewhere.
No.
Colin, I will come with you as well. We if there is magic in this place, or if the relics are stored here, you will be the best to find them.
Oh, there will be magic in this place, all right.
Such a burden being me.
Vampire puppets coming out.
Irina will look at Winchester and Toby and say, "We will try to be as quick as we can." Winchester, sorry, it looks like you have a bit of here, and she'll kind of take a rag and help, because she knows he can't see his appearance, straighten him up a little bit, getting his bandage straight and everything to kind of try and give them an edge of being outside by themselves. Very you've got some dirt on your face, and then she'll look at Toby and kind of straighten some stuff and pull his hood a little bit more over his eyes, things like that, and look at them both. I would be lost without you both, and I would hate for anything to happen while we are in an orphanage.
Do not worry. if something does go amiss, Toby and I are very good at running away.
Just don't run anywhere that we cannot find you, all right?
Of course.
You have Ezek as well, and I'm pretty sure that this man could crush almost anyone, so...
He will look at you, Colin, and then just kind of quickly glance at Arena, and then just do a brief nod, and then continue standing stiffly near the door.
All right. It's hesitant and regretful, but Irina will then leave Toby and Winchester to head inside.
Okay. As you walk in, the door just kind of opens. And the front hallway is wood paneled and dimly lit, and the wooden floors are old and worn, and the steps of the main staircase in front of you sag with age. There's a pile of children's shoes by the western wall. And there appears to be 3 doors in this hallway. One maybe leads to a living area. One, judging by the smells, leads to maybe like a kitchen area. And then there's also what appears to be a main office with a door on it, which says Headmistress Velasco.
Hey, Rictavio, how about you lead the way, and I'll go in the back, and Irina in the middle, since you know this area so well, and you're so delightful.
Very unorthodox positioning.
We might want to speak with the headmistress before heading in.
Yeah, the person in the middle dies last, so you know.
You know, I might have heard of this. I will find out nonetheless.
Rictavio, as you walk into this room, this kind of living room features an old couch, a few mismatched stuffed chairs, chests crammed with worn toys, and 2 small dining tables surrounded by chairs. There's a few young girls crowding around a dollhouse in the south of the room. There's an older child that paces the room with a toddler on their hip, trying to soothe them. And then there's a young set of children running around and playing tag and chasing each other around the furniture.
Very well. I will do it here. We'll do it live then.
A few of the children will look up at you, just kind of waiting to see what you say, if you're what you're possibly here for.
Hello, everyone. I am the wonderful, magnanimous Rictavio, here to present a show to all of you, here, now, full of magic and mystery and wonder. Yeah?
A few of the children will kind of gather around shyly, and one is definitely going to come up to your pant leg. Are you here to adopt?
Adopt, you know? At the moment, not right now. I'm
a very good child. I listen to all the rules.
I don't have any rules at the moment, but if I come up with any, I'll let you know.
Of course. And they appear to be putting on their best behavior, as if on display for purchase.
And he's gonna note that, and then he's going to flick out a kind of pole that extends and shoots down a red, puppeteer's blind, and kind of I'll go up against the wall, and he's gonna, long ago there was the Emperor Alador, the king's son, who was always done right by it, and he's gonna go into it, talking about a half man riding on the worst half of a lame rabbit, and how he was sent Eliador on a quest to fetch the Green Emperor's daughter, and how he turned down 3 times beasts of the wild in exchange for their help, and in return they helped him, but he's putting on a show.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
Irina would be trying to go to the headmistress office, like not wanting to just walk in and start casing this joint. She wants to talk to somebody first.
Right.
So she would, and I'm assuming it's this right here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
she would
The
go
door
to
isn't
that.
locked or anything, so you're welcome to walk in.
Yep. She would knock as she enters, kind of, headmistress, peeking in.
You will see a shrewd woman wearing her gray hair up in a tight bun, and she seems to have developed fine wrinkles around her mouth from years of disapproving frowns. Yes, what do you want?
Hello, my name is Irina. We are here from across the way. We are helping Father Lucian look for his missing assistant, Milivoj. He mentioned that he lived here.
And what do you want with Milivoj?
We simply wish to find him. The father said he was short-handed. We are trying to assist. You see, I'm sorry, I can explain better. I came to stay at the church, and I wished to be helpful to him, but he said that his assistant had gone missing. We're hoping to find him and make sure he is all right. Have you seen Milivoj?
I can't say that I have, and I do not trust random people coming into my office and asking about the whereabouts of my children.
Oh, I mean no ill will, mistress. Truly, it is for the safety. Perhaps I could vouch for my character. I am Irina Kolyana. I'm from the village of Barovia. My elder brother is the burgomeister there. I simply wish to help how I can. And I'm gonna try and persuade my pants off right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use that advantage. Thank you, Heck. 'Cause I have a feeling I'm gonna need it.
Yes, I mean, talking to this woman, she gives
24.
off the air. All right. She gives off the air, like, where even, like, the sound of her voice and the way she stands, kind of activates the child in everyone, where they're like, ah, crap, I've done something wrong, I'm about to get in trouble. She's definitely got that, like, governess type, demeanor. She will soften a bit after hearing your lineage. Well, since you are of a fine lineage, I will share with you, though I do not know about your companions. And she will, with a disapproving look, glance at Colin.
Bodyguards, assistants, I use the word laxing, but my retinue. Oh, sorry.
I see. Well, one must always be safe in these lands. Milivoj is taken sick. He is ill, and I am caring for him. But it is best he not see visitors currently.
He's
very ill.
unwell. I might be able to assist. I have some understanding of healing arts, and I have many herbs. She kind of will like turn to her satchel and pull out a couple of dried. If I might see him and understand his symptoms, I might be able to assist. Again, I wish to.
I've already had Holly, the herbalist, come and visit, and she was here most of the day and was unable to affect any change. The boy seems to be worsening. And again, there seems to be nothing we can do for him.
Might we speak with him? There's
He cannot
information.
be spoken to. He is not currently conscious.
Oh.
He has deteriorated quite rapidly. I am afraid we might lose the boy.
Please, mistress. Please let me help. Let me look. And she will get like legitimately emotional, kind of feeling a sense of helplessness and like the what's the word? Just the callousness of this mistress, like understanding probably where it comes from, of just like years and years of like having to care for these kids and being run down, like empathizing with this woman, but like still having hope and having that clash in her heart. Please, I understand that I might not be able to help him, but please, let me try.
Second opinion is always good, you know.
We have someone else who might be able to assist as well. Someone in my party. He has kept us safe.
Very well. Joy! And she will call out to a child that will you'll hear the call where you are, Rictavio. And a child will walk in the room. Yes, Miss Velasco. And let me show you.
Did you say this person is named Nurse Joy?
God
No,
damn it.
Just Joy. She's a small child. She's probably about 14.
I believe this woman's ever been done at the school.
Please show Miss Koyana to Milivoj's room. Take care they not touch anything. And thank you. And Joy will just kind of, yes, Miss Velasco. And if you would, with me. And
Of
she
course.
will lead you back past Rictavio and his puppet show, where the kids are all now just kind of sitting around, watching with wide eyes. Some hiding from behind furniture to watch.
Have fun, Geppetto.
It's not my name, actually. But don't worry, I can stick my hand up your ass all the same.
I can't hear you. Bye.
Yes, it's getting to a very interesting part where he's found the princess, but now the half-man riding the worst half of a lame rabbit is demanding her hand.
Irina will smile at the kiddos as she moves by, like waving to any that like, because she, as a person with like odd hair in society, I know how often you get like little kids just being like, "What the fuck?" she would kind of like wave and wink as she moves by.
Okay. A few will wave back. Most just kind of sink down deeper behind the furniture that they're hiding from. Of course, the one that is putting on their best performance will do a perfect little practiced wave. And Joy will lead you into a back room where this bedroom is sparsely furnished and the floors are covered with dirt and an old shovel lies on the ground at the foot of the bed. A sickly young man sleeps fitfully. He is covered in sweat from fever and has blood-mixed bile on his lips. His pallor is yellow-tinged and deathly pale.
My worst. Irina will move over to him and kind of start. Can I do a medicine check? That's a thing I can do, right?
Sure.
That's a thing that this character's somewhat decent at. Let's go. That's a 19.
Okay. His condition, from what you can tell, just from looking at him with this check, is both magical in nature and not contagious.
This is so strange. She will look up at Joy. How long has he been like this?
a few days.
And did the symptoms come on quickly? Or has he been sick for some time? Like,
Pretty
cough
quickly.
or...
Yeah, pretty quickly.
Even better question, how many other kids have looked just like this before?
Well, no one else. I mean, we lost Cedric a while ago, but he wasn't like this. He fell out of the window.
How long have you been here?
Oh, forever.
And how old are you?
I think 14.
How many other kids have you seen pass away since you've been here?
Well, there was one that arrived after a werewolf attack, and we weren't able to get them well again. And one got a really bad flu one time, but I was pretty young and I don't remember. And then Cedric, a few weeks ago, fell out of the window, but it's not that often. Most kids died before they get here.
Unfortunate. How do they treat you well here?
Oh yes, Miss Belasco is very strict, but she is very good. She always tries to get us placed with good people. And Milivoj, he would usually use his money from grave digging at the church to like help out. Usually with his money we would save it up, and that's how we do the Morning Lord feast every winter.
Yeah, grave digging. Does he keep his things anywhere?
Well, there's the dresser, and I know Miss Belasco took a necklace off of him that he was wearing. But other than that, just his shovel, and she'll point to the foot of the bed where the shovel is just laying. But he doesn't have a whole lot. He mostly gives all of his stuff, or at least most of his stuff, to the orphanage.
My friend Colin here, Joy, he's going to look around the room and see if there's anything that maybe caused him to get sick, to make sure that no one else touches or intervenes. You understand?
Yeah, Miss Belasco thought the same thing. That's why she took that necklace. But yeah,
I understand. Joy,
I don't think there's much in here though.
I understand. Listen, I need your... Could you do me a favor? I have 2 companions waiting outside. There's a man, he has a wrap around his eyes. He is a healer. Could you go get him for me? Do not be afraid. He is joined by my very dear friend, Toby, who looks a little different. But we wish, and she'll kind of lay a hand on Milivoj's shoulder and look at her. We wish to save your friend. So I will not withhold any help that we can offer.
Okay, I'll go get them.
And maybe just the one. Just Winchester. Tell them that Irina sent you.
Winchester.
And Toby is kind, though he does look a bit odd, but know that he is wonderful.
Okay. And she'll walk out of the room and past you all again, in with your story here. Let's see. And out the front door where she will see Ezek and just kind of, and then like bow her head, all is well. And then continue. And again, she's gonna kind of be brought up short by Toby, and then just like do the awkward not look thing, and look up at Winchester. And then again, have a moment of confusion where she's not sure where to look. And then I'm here for Winchester.
Yes, that's me.
Miss Irina requests your help.
Well, of course. Ezek, if you wouldn't mind keeping Toby company while I'm gone.
He will just nod.
Thank you. Toby, if any pie vendors pass by, please stay away from them. All right.
The image of Irina glaring flashes in Toby's mind.
And Joy will lead you into the house, past Victavio and the puppet show, back to the back room. And, let's see. Call the way. Okay. Winchester, are you following?
Yes.
Okay.
Irina?
Yes, Winchester. He's come. Look, he's very ill. And she will describe, like in a hushed tone, what she had learned before. Magical in nature. It doesn't seem to be contagious. The mistress did take a necklace. And she'll say, if it was an open wound or an infection, I might have been able to do something, but I'm afraid that there is a disease here that might be beyond my knowledge. Between the three of us, though, Colin is looking for something that might have inflicted him, an item. But
Right.
between the three of us, whether it is, poison, disease, or a curse, I figured we might be able to assist.
If you wouldn't mind showing me the symptoms that you have already seen. And Luca, can I make a medicine check to determine with advantage, because Irina is showing me what she's already found?
Mm-hmm.
Very good, very good.
Yes, 27, let's go!
Okay, so you notice that, with that, you kind of sense what feels like an unstable aura of a fiendish nature. And you almost sense traces of necromancy magics.
Okay. So in terms of like statuses that he might be under, can I determine that? Or no?
Poisoned, cursed, diseased.
That kind of thing.
You are unable to. It's definitely not disease.
You know who
it's
can.
closer to curse.
I realized I'm
Explosive
useful.
Yep, that's. I tried to assemble the trifecta of status effect homies.
I just remembered that God damn it. I need to fix my glasses. Sorry, I have way too many beverages. Anyways, as soon as Winchester mentions anything like that, I will walk up and I believe it's the hourglass, and I will I'll cast Purge, so it can remove poison or disease. Oh wait, am I using the wrong thing? Just kidding. I'm going to try to use remove curse.
Okay.
Oh wait, okay, sorry, I'm reading it so wrong. I can do all three with the one thing. If it's not a curse, it'll remove poison and disease instead, and if it is a curse but I can't break it for some reason with that, it'll tell me how you would break it if possible.
Okay. So you cast this over him, and a kind of magical light settles over his body and begins to sink in and then kind of dissipates. And you would guess that if this tells you what is required, you know that either a greater restoration spell would heal this young man, or breaking the tie to something that still seems to be affecting him.
Yep.
It's almost like a thread is faintly illuminated in your vision, leading up off of his body and trailing out the room. but it kind of dissipates at the door, and you cannot tell where it leads.
Yeah, it's kind
Does
of
it
already
not
what I
seem
was
to-
thinking.
Does it not seem to be a curse?
It's really hard to tell, but I think, I mean, can't say for certain. My theory from the beginning was he found something in the graveyard that he shouldn't have, most likely touched it or put it on, and now it has affected him. A child told us that the headmistress took it. I'm assuming it's the necklace, and we simply need to destroy it if she'll allow us.
Right.
Is Joy in the room?
Well, she's standing right at the doorway.
Yeah. Irina would kind of beckon her in. Joy, could you tell us about this necklace that the mistress took? Do you know where it came from? Where he got it?
Well, I think it was originally Felix's. Or at least Felix has one similar. But I don't know much. Felix is new.
Is Felix here? Could we speak with him?
I believe he's upstairs. He kind of keeps to himself. And she will actually just kind of do a little chill. Like a little just miniature shudder.
Noticing that, Irina will press, like, again, very... Joy, is there something wrong with Felix? Is he sick as well? Or is there... Can you... I'm sorry, Joy. There's no easy way to ask this. Is there something wrong with Felix?
I don't know. After Cedric died, we were all, like, outside looking at him where he fell. Felix's eyes very calm and, like, cold. And sometimes when he looks at you, it's like he's looking through you. And, like, I don't know. I know that, like, things were rough. Like, his whole family, like, died in a fire before he came here. So I think maybe he's just struggling. It's just... something's weird about him.
Right. Irina will look at the two. You said that he was upstairs, right?
Yes.
Would you stay here with Milivoj? We're just going to go ask him a few questions and try to understand this necklace a little bit better.
Of course.
Thank you, Joy.
Well, just one moment. I'd like to try one more thing to see if this works. If not, then we can hunt down this necklace, but it should work. And Winchester is going to step up to Minavoj's again and is going to find where that localized magical effect seems to be coming from or attaching itself to the boy. And he's going
Did Colin tell you that he saw that?
I assume
Yes,
we're
he
sharing
did, yeah.
information. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's going to find it and focus all of his intent on that connection and cast Dispel Magic on it.
Okay. The spell will go off successfully. However, it again just tends to fade out in the air after being cast.
Well, this was shit. Let's go find this necklace.
Irina will head out and move over to Rictavio on their way and just give a quick there seems to be a strange thing happening here. The boy is magically sick. We are headed upstairs to speak with one of the other children. Are you all right here? You are...
He looks at the group of children who are like They're still watching him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just fine. No, sure,
Okay.
sure. I have a show.
Any-
She will not hesitate and leave.
Any
Okay.
good candidates so far?
Candidates?
Yeah, you'd be a great father. And he'll just leave.
You know, for some reason from you, that sounds like an insult. But if you want to call me daddy, I won't stop you.
I love how often Rectavio talks to himself.
And Irina would be guiding. I know I'm not moving the token, but she would be guiding Winchester as if he were blind, so the kids aren't super freaked out that he's just like able to navigate this space by himself.
Okay.
Winchester will exit that room, donning his googly eyeglasses, just look at the kids and.
A few of them will like kind of scream, and others will clap. Let's see. I'm gonna try and move you over so that this doesn't do the little reveal thing that it loves to do.
Artfully move.
Artfully move. There we go. Okay, so you. Let's see here. You arrive. The second floor hallway has 6 different doors, most of which are left wide open. Only the single door at the north end of the hall is closed. There's also a hatch on the ceiling at the southern end of the room. And the hallway's only window on the southern wall is boarded up.
Joy mentioned that a child fell from the window. I imagine that this is where we are looking for Felix. And we should be very cautious, Winchester. I appreciate you coming, and don't worry, we'll sort it out. Winchester, are you all right?
Sorry, just looking at the art.
Do you see anything strange? I know you see differently.
Yeah, GM, can I detect anything with my blindness?
All right, since with your blind sight, since you don't have to like look under things to see things, you're gonna notice as you like kind of pass by the doors of these rooms that there are strange runes scratched into the bedposts and under some of the beds.
And they're scratched into them?
Mm-hmm.
Can I read them or understand?
What are you using to read them? They, do you speak Infernal?
Do I speak Infernal? I do not speak Infernal.
You do not know what they say.
Strange
But if you would
runes.
recognize that they are Infernal, you can tell that.
I mean, he is well educated, so I imagine he would probably be able to discern type of
Yeah, I mean, like,
language.
I can usually, like, looking at something, I can usually tell what language it's written in, but not necessarily
Right.
what it says.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can discern if something's like Arabic, but I can't read or speak Arabic. Yeah.
Tell Arabic from Urdu?
What does
I
it
don't know.
say? Or what do you see?
I'm not sure. They're runes of an infernal nature.
Inferno. Here.
Yes,
Can you show me?
possibly. I'll lead Irina to the bed that they're scratched into.
Yeah, I mean, you'll find that it's in every room. So if you walk in to this, like, south room, there's a little girl in there drawing. And she'll, like, just kind of look up at you as you come in and just kind of, like, kind of sit back from what she was doing and watch as you come in.
Mm-hmm. Irina will smile assuringly. We are here to help some of the children. Don't mind us. That is a beautiful drawing.
Are you looking at the drawing?
Yes.
If it will share.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yep. No, Irina, dead serious, will look at it and say, Did you see this?
In my
Here.
dreams. Yeah. At night.
It is very good, but rather haunting. Like, she's talking to her as if like talking to an artist and critiquing like their work, kind of a deal. 100% treating them like good, not like adults, but with respect.
Can I
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah. And she'll just hand the paper to you.
Wow. Luca, do I recognize this entity through my hobbies?
This could be a number of different things, but it's definitely some, like, if you could just assign words to it, it would be something similar to, like, a shadow demon or something of that nature.
Well, can't say I'm surprised that there's something weird going on in a creepy orphanage, but unfortunately I don't speak Infernal. If you see any
I
deep
do.
speech, though... Oh.
Oh, you speak.
No,
you
I didn't
speak-
say anything, but you speak Infernal?
Yes. I
Now
spent a lot
that
of time
Is
inside.
surprising.
I speak many languages. It's a way to pass time.
Indeed it is. So, what, is this the name of the entity, or is it...
I'm not certain. And Irina would move over and try to read the carvings.
Yeah, they loosely translate to dark dreams.
It says dark dreams. And she'll look back over to the child, like she's speaking kind of in a hushed tone, and look back. I think we've discovered what could happen here. I'm not familiar with magic. If we interrupt these runes, might it stop the effect here? Or should
It is possible.
we should leave it for now? I do not wish to anger any entity until we know.
Child, what is your name?
My she will stop as if stunned. My name's Emily.
Emily,
Sorry, Cole. It's the first name that came to mind.
which of these beds is yours?
This one right here, and she'll point to one with runes scratched on it.
And could you direct us to the bed of young
Milivoj.
Milivoj?
Oh, his bed's downstairs.
Felix. Does Felix sleep in this room?
Well, Felix sleeps up in the attic.
And Cedric?
Yeah. His room's in the boys' room.
Could you show
and
us?
she'll kind of point down the hall.
Mm-hmm. Irina will thank her and move, trying to like establish a pattern, right? Like Felix is a weird kid. He sleeps upstairs. Seems kind of sketch, but she's trying to figure out if there's like a targeted space. You know what I mean?
She'll lead you in there. She's like, I guess I'm allowed in. There's not many boys left. There was only Cedric and Felix and Milivoj, but I guess Milivoj is sick and
We are here to help
Cedric
Emily.
is-
We will get him better.
Okay.
what's happening.
Are we going upstairs?
No, she'll lead you into this boy's room right here.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. I'm laughing at chat, sorry. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, Irina will just scope it out, trying to look for those to see if the carvings are on all of the beds, some of the beds, particularly paying attention to
Yes.
little Tommy's.
Yes. You will notice that there's carvings on every bed except one.
Whose bed was this? And she'll touch the one where there's no carvings.
Oh, that was Felix, but he didn't sleep here for long. He moved up into the attic.
Oh, thank you, Emily. We appreciate it. I'm just going to speak with my friends for a moment. Please return to your drawing. And is Felix upstairs now?
Probably.
Thank you.
Excuse me, if you wouldn't mind, can you go down and tell our friend who's doing the puppet show, just to be ready?
Actually, it might be best if he joined us up here as well. Tell Master Octavio that we require him and Toby up here, please. And if you wouldn't mind keeping the children in the great room for a moment, I'm sure we can plan a surprise.
Oh, okay. And she will head downstairs, and Rictavio, she will come and find you and tell you that the others upstairs need you and Toby. And then she will head back up to her room. The map.
Pleasant. He's going to put away his puppets and take a deep bow to his audience that is gathered here, of course. Thank you all very much for being a very attentive and wonderful crowd. I am called away, unfortunately, as is often the case with my wonderful work. But first, I must bring my friend Toby back. So, excuse me. He's gonna step 1 foot back off the door and head outside.
Okay.
Oh, Toby! Toby, mein Freund.
How long has it been, Luca?
Like a half hour.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. I just wanted the justification
Oh, I
that he made
see.
a hat for the festival.
Oh, he did? What does the hat look like?
Yes. Just crude.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, wunderbar. Now we both have very nice hats.
When there's art made of this, I'm gonna be angry.
What, that Toby has a party hat?
Toby and Rictavio are party buddies. Also, though.
Oh, I should have got sunglasses. Just like, I gotta get those shutter shades. Yes,
Kanye
this is
specs,
a
yeah.
good plan.
Toby, is there requiring us upstairs?
He's gonna put that, like, take the hat off and kind of look confused.
I don't know either. I was putting on the show of a lifetime, or, at least for the moment. And then they called me away to go fetch you and go upstairs. No idea, but...
I don't think I'm allowed in there.
I disagree. I
don't think it's a good idea. That
I
go
also
in
disagree with that. I think it's a wonderful idea.
The only kids that have ever not screamed at, and he'll just kind of gesture to himself sitting on the ground, were those, what do you call them? I think it's Bustani. They were the only ones that weren't afraid.
Ah, yes, the Vistani. You've run into them as well? That was where you had your strange reading. Yeah?
I don't really remember. I was really tired.
Really tired. You don't remember meeting a Madame Eva?
I remember an older lady reading cards or something.
Old lady reading cards, and she flipped them in front of you and said some things?
I think so.
Don't remember anything she said about your group meeting people?
He'll shrug.
It's no matter. We'll just head upstairs and it'll be fun. Or not. Maybe it'll be terrible. But it'll be fun for me, I say.
He's gonna take a minute and like go into his backpack and grab out the blanket from his bedroll
Okay.
and just try to cover himself up.
Irina also did cover that part of the plan by saying to keep all the kids in the one room. So you're not gonna.
Yeah, like
Toby doesn't know that.
No, but the little girl did, and like I
Yeah,
feel like Rictavio probably
like,
noticed
as you
Emily
left,
being
she
like,
would have like closed the door.
You could just come, my friend. Just go.
I'll stand up and start following Rictavio.
Yes, follow me in. And as I go, I'm not illuminating things as a player character would, which is fine.
Oh, here,
I'm
hold
not
on.
part of the party yet.
Is
No
there
good
is
vision.
there anything sketchy in your character sheet if I were to allow visibility?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just talking about my token. I think I'll be fine. But yeah, as I go in, I kind of want to like, take a peek around into Velasco's office on the way up, because if the door's left slightly ajar or something, I'm noticing.
Yes, she does not seem to be in there anymore, and the door is unlocked. So if you want to peek around her desk, you can.
Toby, why don't you run upstairs and tell them that I'm going to be back in a minute?
I don't know where they are.
Just go upstairs, up the stairs. That's all I know.
He'll like start creaking up the stairs at just. He's trying to be quiet. They're probably super loud under his weight.
They are super loud.
Irina will hear it and know, and will like kind of call down the stairs. Quickly, Toby, we are here. Quickly.
Just huddled like blanket.
She'll kind of call him and like lead him into the boys' room and look around. Where is Rictavio?
There, that will do.
He
Pull you over here.
said he'll be back in a minute.
Oh, all right. I really wish he was here. Something strange is happening. And she'll motion Toby into the room and close the door, so the four of them can kind of discuss. And she'll encourage Toby to maybe stand around the corner, so if someone does walk in, they don't immediately see Toby. Like right here.
You guys ever wanted to try to contact a demon?
Oh, what?
I don't know if we'll need to try that hard.
It's not very hard.
I imagine if this is anything like the fairy tales that I have read, that our young Master Felix might be connected to something.
Oh, right, the kid. We should probably talk to them first.
I believe this child may be of a sociopathic persuasion, and is doing this intentionally to harm his fellow orphans.
I hope not, but it is clear that he has ties to an artifact of some kind. It might be the thing that is keeping Milivosh ill. We should be very cautious with this child. The sense that I got from the girls is that they are afraid of him.
If we do discover that this child is the culprit, Izek is outside. I believe we should let proper authorities handle it, so that we do not get blamed for whatever is to happen.
Of course, but I don't believe the child is acting on his own free will from what we've seen. It's just a simple exorcism, most likely. No big deal.
Is that something that you can do, Colin?
I don't know, is it? I've never tried. I mean, I know the process, but some believe you have to be a holy man to do that. I don't know. I'm just a dude.
Rictavia.
I don't.
Oh, go ahead, Arena. Finish your.
If we are not certain that we can complete the rite, I'm with Winchester. Perhaps we can report it to the authorities, and they might have something that can assist. However, I am hesitant to. I do not wish for more children to be harmed.
Correct. Same page. Yeah. I mean, we know a father, so sort of.
Once again, I know that this is a problem in this world, but not all evil children are under the influence of some demon. Sometimes there is nothing more than just...
Well, yeah, some children are assholes.
We should talk to him first and see what we can learn, but I'm afraid we should try and get this necklace. If it is tied to Milivoje's condition. Once it is out of our hands and in the hands of the authorities, we might not get a chance.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I always forget. You can't see very well. Yeah, this drawing leads me to believe that there's more than just the child involved. Big, shadowy demon creeping on kids' beds. So,
right. That as it is it the demon controlling the child, or the child controlling the demon?
Well, the second one would be way more interesting.
Wait, Winchester, how far can you see?
I haven't tested it exactly, but I know there's an attic, and I can see around the attic.
Can you see the child?
Before we go any further there, I'm going to handle Rictavio so he can join you guys. Rictavio, as you're poking around Miss Belasco's office, you are going to find a book called Toxic Parenting, The Hurtful Legacy of Corporal Punishment. And it details several abusive practices in parenting children and their negative effects. Miss Belasco also has the book Beyond the Morning Lord's Sight, and it's a thin book detailing the basics of demons and demon worship, including the barest basics of abyssal and infernal languages. And tucked in there seems to be a sketch, a very crude sketch on like a piece of loose paper, possibly drawn by Miss Belasco, of some runes. Do you speak Infernal, Rictavio?
Yes.
And it says, Darkest Dreams is what it loosely translates to. And then, you, however, specifically know that most of the information in this book is false. Whoever wrote it did not know their material.
Amateurs.
And then you are also going to find a kind of rubbing of what appears, and the paper is crinkled as if placed over top of something that was not flat to get the rubbing. Possibly some small round object. And it's like a small inscription that has an X scratched over it, but beneath the X is "Let darkness hide from the gaze of the light."
Which one's it? Gates of the Light. Well, if there's nothing else of interest in this office, I will take my leave.
Okay.
But I will
Join
take
the
care
characters.
I will take care to put a few of her books out of order.
Okay.
Here comes Octavio.
Ah, yes, forgive me, Freundin. I had to handle Octavio the Lesser.
Took me.
It is fine. We believe that there is a demon. Possibly, perhaps there's inferno carved everywhere.
That's very interesting.
There's a child.
So should leave.
No, we must help Milivoj. Winchester, can you see Felix?
Can I see Felix in the attic?
From where you are, let me measure something.
And if I don't get like the entire attic pinged, then I'll walk up and down the halls.
You do see what appears to be an attic, and then a child sitting in a chair by the window.
And if I walk kind of up and down the halls a bit and get the full breadth of the attic, is there anyone else in the attic or anything else?
Just storage and things of that nature.
Yes, there is a child upstairs. Nothing else except for boxes.
Right. Rick Fabio, I understand that this is not something that you care to pursue. If I know you have other business to attend to, but we hope to assist this child. It seems that it might be tied through something larger, and at bare minimum, report it to the captain. So something might be done to protect the other children.
I understand. Of course, I don't usually fight things, so...
Fighting?
Well, you're going
Who said
to...
anything about fighting anything?
It sounds like you're going to fight it. Some kinds of demons. You're going to heroically slay the beast, yeah?
No, there's only the child upstairs.
Oh. Well, you should find the demon instead. Fight that. Much better story.
I will say this before we go any further. If we are to turn the child into the authorities for us, he will be executed.
Oh, definitely.
Then we should do our best to avoid that, if possible, but perhaps we should just speak with Felix.
You know, as I said, I don't believe it's the child's fault, and if we can just separate the two and let things get better, then no one needs to be the wiser.
Milivoj does not have much time.
Yeah, and the Madame Velasco is doing some kind of infernal research.
Wonderful. Well, let's go to the attic.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys are going to climb the ladder up into the little hatch?
Is that even possible for me? Anyway.
How tall are you?
Over 7 feet tall.
Honestly, you
also
might be able to jump, grab the ledge, and pull yourself up.
Because also
I can make sure
heavy.
I can make sure it doesn't break as you go.
Because with his self and his equipment, Toby's is over 400.
Yeah, as you go, if the thing starts snapping and stuff, Octavio will kind of like lean down and just like kind of rub his hands together, kind of like play a little bit on the lyre, and the wood will mend. I'm just going to use mending to make sure this thing doesn't collapse under your weight.
Interesting. Spellcaster, eh?
Oh, well, you pick a few things up when you travel around the world as much as I do, or travel the land.
Well,
I guess I could high jump.
It is nice to know that we at least have some idea of your capabilities. So,
You already know what I was capable of. Was I not properly advertising all I can do?
Irina would make sure that she and Colin were the first two up, knowing
Okay.
that like Colin mentioned exorcism and he doesn't know if he can do it, but he knows how to do it ish. So she would want to make sure that they're like kind of towards the front. And to engage with the child looking back at Winchester and Toby and kind of just raising a brow and shrugging like, you know, kid. Like,
Okay.
Felix?
Felix.
You climb up into the attic, where you will see it is rather barren of furnishings and otherwise choked with dust and cobwebs. There are a few random piles of clutter, but nothing of much significance. At the far end of the room, by the attic's only window, is a small boy sitting in a lone chair, silhouetted by the incoming light. He appears to be busy carving a little wooden doll with what looks like a stolen kitchen knife.
Hello, Felix.
He will look up with you with deep, hollow eyes. Hello.
My name is Irina. I was told that you might be able to help me solve a mystery.
What mystery?
There's one of the children here who's very sick. Do you know Milivoj?
Yeah, Milivoj, I know him.
We are here to help him get better. Do you know anything about him being sick?
I don't think he's gonna get better.
How do you know that, Felix?
He just seems really sick.
Can I insight check this kiddo?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 23. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I'm looking at what he's carving, is what I'm paying attention to.
As this conversation has gone on, even though it was short in nature, his answers became increasingly, like, emotionless. And he seems more and more, like, volatile, like, almost like he's sitting in the chair and his body is almost, like, shaking with tension.
Gotcha. Can Colin's question about the doll too?
Yeah, he as he's continued talking, he's actually handling the knife much more menacingly, and less just carving, and it does seem to be like the form of like a child or something, though the details are not done yet.
Oh, of course. I'm gonna put my hand up to kind of like motion for Irina to like step back a little bit, and I'm gonna kind of like half crawl, sort of like just making myself smaller, and I'm gonna look at Felix. Felix, can I talk to your friend?
What friend?
I think you know who I'm talking about. Are they with us in this room?
Yeah, he's gonna just, the light coming from the windows, seemed to dim of its own accord, suppressed by an unnatural, invisible force, and a dark, putrid smoke begins to exude from Felix's skin, wafting from his body in an impenetrable shadow. And as the boy's body slumps forward, the shadow begins to take form, arms stretching out from the central mass in solid black claws, and a demonic face grins, bearing rows of sharp teeth.
There you are, you bastard.
And he will say to you in a deep, raspy voice, "There is no Felix anymore."
Yeah, I was gonna say, if that body like slumps forward, can I medicine check to see if like what she's trying to look, if it's like an unconscious thing, like there's the body still has like life in it, or if it's like this thing's wearing a Felix suit. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. He does seem unconscious.
I rolled a 16 on medicine, if that gives
Though
me
you don't see a whole lot of breathing movement, indicating that if he is breathing, it's shallowly.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you think you're real big and tough picking on children, don't you? What's your name?
My name is not for you to know.
You're a smart one, too. Almost got you there, maybe. Well.
So you think. And he is
my
going
first
to begin
rodeo.
crawling, like kind of moving along the wall up onto the ceiling and looking down at you. And he is going to look like he's about to swing out a claw towards you.
Yeah, I'm going to pull out, there was an item you gave me from the decrepit church. It was the other music box, right?
Yes.
Or no, it was the book.
There is a music box.
It was the book, though. That's what I think was from the other decrepit church. I have too many spot holders in my notebook. Let's see. Oh, man. I also have to remember that I have the Saint card still active, and 3 more days. So just a heads up on that.
You have the Saint card active until the festival?
Yeah. Okay. So, I didn't write down the book. Well, I am going to do my usual. You know what? I'm actually just going to try to pull out the hourglass that's crafted in pure silver and hold it up kind of like a cross and just speak to the entity. Oh, you don't want to do this today. How about you just leave and we won't have to send you back where you came from.
No. This is my domain now. And he's going to swing at you.
I figured you would say that.
And everybody roll initiative. And I need to ask, given the time, do you want to continue with combat, or do we break here?
No, let's take it.
I want to fucking kill this thing, man.
Okay. Okay. Everyone's
Oh.
good to continue. Then we will continue.
Cool. Well, good thing I used all of my activeness and readiness to call this thing out, because I ain't doing much after that.
Okay.
Irina, give me a line.
You should be able to see it, right?
I can see it. I'm saying, like, give me line of, like, get out of my way.
Yep.
kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she understood.
Irina, it looks like you are up first.
Awesome. She is going to duck down. Let me double check and make sure I can do what I want to do. Yes, okay. She's going to like duck down, pulling her bow out and shifting back away, because she was kind of backing away as Colin was speaking. Moving back a good distance, like holding out her bow. And she's gonna draw an arrow, and as she's drawing it, there's gonna be kind of like a flare of magic, like wrapping around the bow. She's bonus casting Hunter's Mark, and she just under her breath in Infernal will say, "You child-killing son of a bitch," and she's going to release an arrow. So let me drop this one sec. This is a lot.
I'm gonna
They're
put
weird.
some wings on him to show that he is on the ceiling
Yeah.
currently.
It's on the ceiling.
Yep.
Until the spell ends, I deal an extra d6.
Okay.
And let's go to my inventory. Let's find my bow. She's gonna take a shot. 7 to hit, so that's a no-go. But she'll immediately draw back and fire again. A 12 to hit.
Will not hit.
Okay, and she will just curse under her breath, like in frustration, and she's actually like realizing she's probably too close, is going to step back even further, and call out to Toby, "Hurry, you must protect Colin." Now it's her turn.
Okay. It is going to reach out its claws, stretching forth its kind of shadowy form. And a 16 plus 5 to hit. Sorry, I've got the actual like old school stat block for this thing, so I'm doing it not in Foundry. 16 plus 5 to hit.
That'll hit.
21.
As a free reaction to yell and scream and cry, is this window the one that someone fell out of? So is this window?
No, that was the
broken?
floor below. It was all boarded up. This window's just a normal, like kind of a glass pane, but it's like the old school bubble and warped glass pane window.
Okay. Well, my free yell out is, "Ah! Someone break the window!" As I get attacked.
Irina will also call out, like as she pulls out another arrow, she'll say, "Colin, he has the necklace."
And you will look and see that that is true.
The shadow or the boy?
14 slashing damage, Colin.
Dope.
Okay. And then it will actually move down this way. Its shadowy form just kind of like curling and smoking along the walls as it moves. And then that is my turn. So, Octavio.
Aha, yeah. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Rectavio is going to look around the room, circle around here.
Is that
Grab.
I think I get an opportunity attack against you.
Well, you could try, or you
Okay.
could not instead.
As you pass by, he is going to swing at you. 14 plus for a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. $17 slashing damage as you pass by, and he just reaches like smoke and shadow kind of forms out going towards you and slashes at you as you run by.
He's going to grab, I guess, it's a boy. I mean, I kind of sent you a message about reading a bad situation kind of thing. From what I understand, yeah. He's going to get there, grab the locket, and pull out a small knife and just...
As you do this, the demon is going to like shift, and its face is going to appear on the other side of the shadow, now facing you, and it'll just hiss towards you and look as if it's going to start rushing towards you. It's next turn, obviously.
Rictavio doesn't even flinch at the sound of that. He is going to just, with the butt of the dagger, just.
Okay. Can you roll an attack? Because I have hit points for this thing.
Okay.
But as you make impact, the entire shadow is going to like kind of shudder out.
Hold on. 1 second. Yes. Proficiency, which is. Gosh, what is my proficiency at this thing? Which is so much proficiency, obviously. There we are. I think it's 23 to hit.
A 23 will hit. What's the
Okay.
damage that you're doing?
It's gonna be bludgeoning, I would hope, with the back of the dagger.
How much damage though?
Oh, how much? So it's gonna be a d6. Magical. So 8.
Yep, that'll actually. So as you smash this locket down, there's gonna almost be a shockwave that goes out from it, and you will see the shadow shudder, wisps of smoke coming off loose from it, and you will see almost like a flash of black aura tying the creature to this locket, flash and snap. And the creature is going to scream and start swirling around the top of the ceiling, looking smaller, and you will see that the ends of it are starting to almost swirl in a vortex as if it's getting ready to move. Is that the end of your turn?
So just to confirm, the locket isn't destroyed, just damaged.
The locket is destroyed. This creature is no longer tied to the locket.
Very good.
Your character knowledge would be probably that now that you've untethered this thing, it will try and find a new home.
He's just going to turn and be very. You need to strike it down now, please. Before it attaches itself to something else.
Irina will just call out, Winchester, Toby, quick!
And is that your turn, Rotavio?
That is my turn.
Bonus. Okay, Toby, you're up.
So how high up in the ceiling is it?
So this is just an attic. You're definitely able to easily reach this thing melee range, especially since it's smoking and like kind of hovering at the ceiling. Does that make sense? It's billowing out.
Okay. So Toby's gonna run his 20 feet and attempt to yeah, we'll try to bite it.
Okay. Are your bites magical anywhere?
They sure are not, but Toby
Okay.
doesn't know shit about shadowy thingies.
Okay.
A 23 to hit
That will hit.
for 10 piercing damage. I maxed it.
Okay, I will.
Because
take
I don't know
5.
anything.
Yeah.
Is it possible to prone it? Because if it is, I'm going to use the tackle ability that I have to try to knock
It's
it.
not possible to prone this creature.
Okay. Wouldn't know, but we're not going to do the roll then. I'm going to... does that proc the second part of it, though? Oh, no. Nope. Because it has to be knocked prone in order for it. Okay. Then I will use my Hungry Jaws and bite at it again as a bonus action. What is it, 13 hit?
A 13 does not hit.
Oh. Then that's me.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I have extra attack. Because I'm level 5, yes. We forget things. One more bite. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
Minimum damage this time for 5.
Okay.
Do I get a sense I'm even doing anything to this, or is it just like I'm literally biting a shadow and it just moves out of my mouth?
You are pulling away wisps of smoky shadow in your mouth, but it is not really impacting that creature a whole lot, and mechanically it's got resistance too.
Okay.
No.
I just want to make sure, like, I'm trying to eat a shadow.
Yeah.
Or no.
GM, the music's a little loud, says chat.
Oh, sorry, chat.
Then that will be my
better?
turn. So,
That should be okay. All good?
Yep, go ahead.
oh yeah, you know what, Luke? I do want to know, what does it taste like?
What do
It
the
tastes
shadows taste
acrid and bitter.
Ew. I remember this is like after I had those tasty pies.
Winchester is going to walk over pretty calmly and stand directly underneath the shadow monster. There is a special place in the abyss for you, my friend. You who harms children. Unfortunately, you will not be going back there. And Winchester is going to reach behind him, and Toby and Irina will see a light emanate from his palm and materialize into a very reflective silver stake. And he's going to hold it out in front of him, point the stake upwards, and say, "Only the sun for you." And a beam of pure silver moonlight is going to erupt from the stake, and I need the shadow to make a Constitution saving throw. With disadvantage if it is an undead or ooze, which is a demon, so it's not.
17 plus whatever, and then a 9 plus whatever. So hold on. Constitution save. I have 0 bonus, so just a 9.
9. Is it affected additionally by radiant damage?
It is, in fact.
I will be rolling. Where is it? 20d8 radiant damage.
What the fuck?
20? Shit. What the fuck?
What are you using?
What is this?
A gift. D&D Beyond's taking a second. Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
fucking
rolling
lot of
20
D8s.
D8. You're like gonna break the
I
system.
gotta do math. 26.
It takes 87 radiant damage.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Yeah, there is going to be a blood-curdling scream as light pierces through and burns away this shadow, leaving nothing. And you guys are effectively out of combat.
Well done. I was gonna headbutt
All of
the
you
window next.
are gonna be blinded for probably about 20 seconds.
Yeah, Irina's gonna kind of reel as that happens and blink really hard, looking at Winchester like, what the fuck? But immediately stowing her bow and like moving urgently across the attic to Colin because she saw that thing slashed him.
That was a little bit of overkill.
And is there blood on Colin?
Is there blood on Colin?
I am
Ah.
close to bloodied, so
So yeah, like because it slashed and like tore open. She's gonna pull out the withered direwolf's tongue. And it's gonna just unnaturally start squirming in her hand, and she'll say, I'm so sorry, Colin, but just let it do what it needs to do.
You know, this is rather inappropriate, Irina.
I'm so sorry. And I can't remember the stats for it. I haven't added it to my inventory yet. But oh, here we go. This ability may be used once per day to deal 5d4 plus 4 damage. So I'm gonna roll
Healing damage.
Damage?
Sorry, yeah. That's what it says.
Rictavia, while she is applying the wolf's tongue, and it's just lapping happily at Colin to heal his wounds, you are going to notice that there is like almost a blackened sludge leaking out of Felix's mouth, and he has stopped breathing.
I would like to immediately make a medicine check to clear his airways. He grabs his shoulders, puts him on the floor into a Bacchus resting pose, and will, with his gloved hand, with that pinky finger, trying to get him to his body to evacuate.
Yeah, you're able to do the hook swipe in there and clear out more sludge. However, there's no coughing. He doesn't seem responsive to any attempts.
I listen for a heartbeat.
There is none.
And he rolls him over onto his back and closes his eyes and gets up.
That is unfortunate.
It is the effect of this creature. Clearly.
So there's nothing we can do, no curse or sickness to remove or anything. That's just it.
He is deceased.
Poor child.
Indeed. However, we might have a word with Miss Belasco as to why she is studying the Infernal.
Rictavio, are you hurt?
A mere scratch.
Does it look like a mere scratch?
It was only 17. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
He just he looks at some of his clothing is kind of turned, and he just kind of again strums a few notes, and it closes with mending.
Gotcha. Irina, or I guess Colin, you take 16 points of healing from the tongue, and she it stops doing its gross weird thing, and she just shrugs at Colin take help where you can get it, don't look a gift horse in the mouth kind of a thing, and tucks it back into her bag, and stands. We should check on Milivoj. If this thing had its way, he might be better now.
I agree.
Okay. Let me take you out of here.
Can I have a moment alone, please?
Hold on a sec.
You don't have to put me back. As
Okay.
soon as everyone leaves, I'll just kind of sit next to the body and just kind of call out and confirm or see if I can sense the spirit and discern if it's able to pass on, or if there's something further that I should do real quick to let Felix rest.
What you sense is the barrier of the mists, and you can feel fairly confident that wherever this spirit is gone, it is only going to get trapped in the mists.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I'm gonna just punch the wall and bring Felix with me, carry the body.
Okay. All right, you carefully carry the body down the ladder and down the stairs, and you guys are back on the main floor.
Irina will move with urgency to where Milivoj is.
Okay. Milivoj is awake. He is breathing. The color has returned somewhat to his cheeks. he still looks in incredibly rough shape. However, Joy and Miss Velasco are standing there just kind of looking after him, like with cloths, kind of dabbing at him, getting him cleaned up, propping pillows under him. Clearly very happy that he's awake.
Winchester will rush in and will kind of like crowd the space a little bit. Please, I'm a doctor. Please give him space. He will start to attend to Milivoje.
Oh,
Okay.
he's all right. Oh, he's awake. Oh, mistress. Oh, might I speak with you for a moment?
He just came awake. What did you find up there?
And she will kind of look nervously at Joy, not wanting to like traumatize this little girl, and will gesture towards the corner.
Joy, please stand after Milivoje, and Miss Velasco will step out with you.
Yeah. And Irina will
into
follow
the
and say,
backyard.
Yep. Irina will go with her and say, we spoke with Joy earlier. She mentioned a necklace. We tracked it upstairs, seeing there was another in the possession of the boy Felix. Upstairs we found carvings, infernal. It seems that a demon was present. When we tried to speak to Felix, it's untangled itself from him. We were able to remove it, defeat it, but I'm afraid that Felix, he did not, and she'll kind of start to get teary-eyed. He did not make it.
A rare emotion is going to show on her face, and she will kind of take this news in. She's like, I had discovered the runes, though I did not know what they had done. I had Holly here, the herbalist, to look at the boy, and I went to the bookshop and tried to find some demon books, but all the things they said to do to rid, exorcise, came to no avail. It is unfortunate that poor boy must have been already burdened when he came to us.
They seemed tied to the locket that he had. One of my companions was able to...
She's gonna check a pocket and she's like, I thought I had... There was a locket on Milivoje, but I had taken it, though he must have taken it back.
I see. Either way, this presence should be removed now. The children should be safe.
And
we have some questions.
Where is the body of Felix?
I believe one of my companions, and she'll kind of gesture, seeing Colin striding through, kind of holding the body. Like, she'll just that sad, like, oh shit, kind of look at Colin as he comes through. He's here, mistress.
Okay, we can place him in my room, away from the other children, until I can have the coffin maker come and get him.
Do you know where he might have obtained this item? Where it came from? How he befell this?
I only know that his family died in a dark and terrible way. Apparently the whole farm burned down. I can only assume that somehow he obtained it, and perhaps his family met a similar fate to that of Cedric.
Boy who fell out the window.
Yes, there was scratches on the inside of the window. I do not know that he for sure fell.
I see. Irina's gonna look. She wants to insight check Velasco, looking for the best way to comfort this woman, like respecting boundaries, but trying to understand how to best express camaraderie. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell, like, when some people need a hug.
A hug would not do it. She seems very shrewd, very fond of propriety and order. So a hug would be very not propriety. She's older and has lived in this land a long time.
Yep.
She will. You can gauge that. However much you want to comfort, ending it so that future children of hers do not suffer similar fates is enough for her.
Yeah. Irina will kind of like go to raise a comforting hand, but will drop it to her side and say, "Thank you for caring for them, giving them a place to go when there is no other. I know it is hard."
Of course, dear. And she will look at Colin. Thank you. I can lead you in and we can place him on my bed. And she will lead you away to place the body of Felix on her bed.
Irina, we should probably have someone talk to Milivoj, but I can take care of this and talk with her real quick if you need, or if you want to send someone else to talk to Milivoj. We unfortunately still need to figure out why
Yes.
we came here.
Yes, I understand. I will gather the others and we will speak to. You will find us with Milivoj. And Irina will kind of peel off to get Rictavio and Toby and everybody kind of gathered up in the same room.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's you follow Colin, you follow Miss Velasco in to her bedroom where you can lay Felix's body down on the bed.
Yeah. I'm sorry, miss. This might not be a great time. But being here has, of course, been very emotional already. Seeing the children and everything. I do have a question, if it's okay.
Yes, young man.
Is Yeska still looking for a permanent home?
Well, he has found one with Father Lucian. Though I do not know how much longer that will last. Father Lucian is getting on in his years.
Yeah,
But
I apologize, but I mean a proper home.
Oh, well, no, he has not found one.
I would, if I survive this place, would like to come back and offer that for him.
He would like that very much. He is a very sweet young boy and very clever.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of myself when I was younger already. Oh, before all this, happened and everything, and I don't have blonde hair anymore, but I've always wanted a child.
Well, he is in need of a father. I think it would be a good match.
Thank you. I'll get out of your way.
Of course. And she will make sure that Felix's eyes are closed and place a blanket over him. And go about doing that. And you can join the rest over by Milivoj.
Milivoj?
Time out. Irina would make sure Toby is also with them. That she would not take no for an answer and say, "Toby, the longer you fight it, the more scene you make. We need to be together."
Does Toby dip back outside? Because he's not.
Yeah, no, she will take him
You did cause
around
a
back.
stir among the children. However, some were friendly to you because they're kids, and others were scared because they live in Barovia. However, the one that's looking to get adopted was just kind of showing his teeth as if yeah, I can get down with this to you.
If Toby put up a fight, Irina would take him around the back door because she knows that exists and how that connects to make sure that he's in there, bossing him the whole way. Toby, we must Listen, there are things that we need to know.
Just don't think it's a good idea.
Just trust me, all right?
Kids don't like me.
The kids like you just fine.
They usually scream and run away, and I don't want to cause a scene.
Really quick, before we handle this, I will say that the magic item that was given to us, from, who was it, Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Rogers.
I have made the pendant, the amulet, a soul pendant for you all. So Rictavio, you now have, this is from Griffin's Saddlebag, a soul pendant. A mithril pendant holds a cleanly cut diamond at its center and hangs from a string of polished prayer beads. The pendant has 3 charges. When a creature you see within 60 feet of you dies while you're wearing this necklace, you can use your reaction to expend one of the pendant's charges and speak its command word. When you do, that creature's soul becomes trapped in the pendant for 24 hours or until you use this property of the pendant again as a reaction, or you choose to release it as a bonus action on your turn. A non-living creature without a soul, is immune to this effect. While a soul is trapped in the pendant, you get +2 to wisdom, and you can use an action to telepathically ask the soul a question, as if by the Speak with Dead spell, regardless of what the form of its physical body was. Once a soul has been asked 3 questions in this way, it's released from the pendant.
I'm gonna Pokemon capture Strahd.
While the soul is in the pendant, it's under gentle repose effect. So you could potentially release it back to its body, and it would be all right.
Sweet.
So
That has disappeared into a pocket.
when I come in through the back door, Luca, what happens?
Much what I described. Some children are scared and going to and like hide behind, just trembling, and others are gonna like kind of come up shyly but in wonder, definitely wanting to like poke and prod at you. And then the other one is just like showing off his teeth to you, trying to like mimic your movements. The kids will come up and they're like kind of touching your scales.
Oh god.
And like giggling. A few kind of break off to chase each other. And it's now a game.
Oh great, now. Oh, boop.
Toby, in here, please.
So Milivoj is conscious, color is returning to his cheeks, joy is carrying after him, and kind of like wiping his brow with a damp cloth. He is very weak still, but he is definitely seemingly on the mend. And he will cough and sputter at you, seemingly confused who you are.
Milivoj, please lie still. You've been sleeping for a while, and we want to make sure you are okay. Winchester will be like checking his temperature, making sure his pulse is strong, making sure his breathing is strong, nothing is obstructing his airways like black sludge or something like that. And after he's checked to make sure all of the physical things are okay, and there's no like open wounds or anything in his body, he will lay a hand on Milivoj's forehead and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Restore some vitality to him.
All right, and it will like his cheeks will get even more color back into him, and his pallor will improve. He seems a little better from that.
Right. He seems healthy. There are questions that need to be asked, Milivoj. Please answer them truthfully.
Yes.
Irina will move over and sit on the edge of the bed and lay a comforting hand kind of near his without like touching him. Hello, Milivoj. My name is Irina. We came to meet with the father across the street. He said that you had gone missing. along with, and she'll look at Joy and just kind of shrug, along with something very important from the church.
Yeah, a look of guilt is going to flash across his face.
She's gonna nod, understanding. My understanding is that someone came and spoke with you some time ago. Can you tell me who it was?
It was the coffin maker. He offered coin. A lot of it. It would have helped out the orphanage for a year. If I gave him the bones, and I didn't think anything of it. We haven't had much trouble from the devil in a long time. I didn't think it was real. I thought it was just a myth.
So you took them and gave them to him, yes?
Yeah.
You were trying to protect your family.
I'm sorry.
She will, at that point, put her hand and like comfortingly hold his. You are trying to protect your family, Milavo. I understand. How long ago is this? She'll look at kind of Joy, trying to get a timeline of how long these bones have been gone.
The bones have been gone about like 5 days. But Milivoj has only been sick for like 3.
You know why this coffin maker wanted them?
He didn't tell me. He just said he needed the bones.
And this person, are they... What kind of man is the coffin maker?
I don't know. He's just... I deal with him pretty frequently because I dig the graves. But he's always just been kind of a quiet, like, grumpy old guy. He's never really said much to me or anything before, other than just sizes of coffins needed.
And he seemed distressed, aggravated, desperate.
He did seem, like, stressed out, yeah.
Sorry, Sarah's can't play very fast.
I was gonna try and go back and talk to him and try and get him back, because the church felt different after that. But then I came back here and I was sleeping here because I felt bad about what I'd done, and then I got sick.
Yes, you had a necklace. Did Felix give it to you?
I don't have a necklace. I don't. Felix, the new kid?
Yes, I'm afraid while you were sick, you passed away.
Okay. He was, I think there was something wrong with him.
Perhaps. Milivoj, it's very important that we cover what was lost. Can you... Is there anything else that you know that could be helpful to us? Anything at all? No detail too small.
Henrik, that's the coffin maker. He won't let me up on the 2nd floor. One time I went up there to get some extra tools and he got very weird about it. He was probably the grumpiest I've ever seen him.
I understand. You've done well. And Joy here has been very helpful as well. She would take good care of you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Milivoj.
she's kind of continuing to fuss more and more obviously as you continue talking. Like, I'm trying to, like, you guys are wearing him out.
Yep. And she's going to kind of look at Joy and smile. And you are a wonderful caretaker, Joy. And she'll stand up and look at the party. Is there anything else that we wish to know?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. It's probably evening by this point, so you can either continue on to the coffin shop or you can head back to your inn. Either way, but I think we should probably stop the session here.
Oh, I need a rest and a shave.
I would support, like, as evening begins to fall, Irina will look and say, we still have the doll to deliver, but I could use a rest.
I agree. And I would like to talk to Ezek before we go, and maybe enlist the help of the town guard. This is a crime, a greater one at that. And if we can get help from authority, then all the better.
Well, don't tell him Milivoj was involved.
We will not.
They'll send him to the to Lake Zarovich retreat.
We will not. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what is this place?
The retreat. It's over by the lake, by the walls near the lake. I'm sure you've seen the guards for it, the reformers. They wear the red armor.
This
Yes.
is the Reformation Center.
The Reformation Center.
Oh, yeah.
Irina will look confused.
But they call it Lake Zarovich retreat.
Is this a prison?
I guess so. Sometimes people go there and they don't come back, and sometimes they go there and they come back different.
I understand. No, we will be sure to keep everyone as safe as we can.
Okay, yeah, just don't let them take away Milivoj. If they knew he helped steal stuff, they'll take him.
We wouldn't dream of it, my dear. We will keep you safe.
I will take you back to the Blue Water Inn page if you would like. If that is where you're going for now. And you guys can head back in, up to your rooms or whatever you would like. Is there anything you would like to resolve before we take this out?
Yeah. Are we taking a long rest here, friends?
Yeah.
So understanding that we're here for the night, Irina would make sure she had a moment with Colin, pulling out the papers that she had taken from the church and everything. Colin, I think we should read up a bit, share this information, so if anything happened. And she'll also look at Rictavio and thank you, Rictavio, for your help today.
Don't even mention it. It's just good fun.
You knew what to do, and you acted with care. I just want you to know it is appreciated.
I just saw something shiny. I thought, well, wouldn't that look better smashed across the floor?
I suppose. Colin, this has notes about the devil and everything. And I found this, and she'll share that she found the journal in the room and kind of start trying to piece together information at it.
Yeah, and I'll share what I have as well, found in my room. Yeah, definitely a lot to read over. It seems like this could give us a little context of what has happened in this town.
Yes.
Winchester will just before Ezek leaves. I don't know. He's not just gonna stand
No,
outside.
he was just waiting. You guys have noticed that, like, he will, when you guys are at the tavern, he will leave for various amounts of time. Though you will notice that there is usually a lesser rank guard that seems to hang around in his stead, though definitely less vigilant. But he does leave at night and occasionally leaves during the day while you guys are doing stuff.
Okay. Ezek, we're going to rest here for the night. I would ask, could you please find us again in the morning? Meet us here.
He will nod.
Thank you. We have some more business to attend to. And I believe the town guard may be interested in what we have to say.
Okay. He'll kind of, like, just kind of tilt his head, like, unsure of what you mean, and then just nod.
Thank you. Good night. I hope you sleep well.
He won't respond to that.
Winchester will go inside and make sure everybody is in and getting to bed, if not safe and comfortable.
Yeah,
And
of course. And Danica will make sure you guys are all greeted warmly with food and drink, and let you know that your rooms were tidied up and everything's taken care of for you, and welcome back. If there's nothing else, I will take us out. Yes? Okay, let me take you back to the landing page. So, you now, let's see, you guys discovered some new locations, so I will go ahead and put those
Yay!
here. Dun, 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 dun. You've got Saint Andral's Orphanage over here. And then I will go ahead and since you know about it, the Saint or Lake Zarovich retreat, I will enable that for you as well. But let's do this. Okay. You are, that will conclude session 11 of Dark Echoes. Thank you everyone for joining us. This was a fun session. I can't believe you guys get to level up. Finally. Thank you all again, and tune in for more every other Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific. Our next session will be Saturday, June 5th. I am Luke Locke, and I have been your dungeon master. And players, if you want to go around and see yourselves out.
Absolutely. Hi, I'm Osiris Franco. I play Irina Kolyana, the Human Ranger. And while there was much sad, we actually helped some people, and that feels fucking good. If you like my use of the words I say sometimes, you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Osiris Franco. Following this session, I'm going to take a quick break, Irina myself, and you can catch me on my Twitch stream playing Divinity Original Sin 2 with Bright Dystopia for a couple of hours. I'm very excited. It's always a good time. And then later this evening here on TVK Roleplay, you can catch me GMing. I'm going to swap seats with Luca there for the Bard's Refrain, where we are in the 10th session of the game. The title of this session is Talk to Gods. So I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, so you're not going to want to miss it. As for what else I've got going on, you can catch me here next Monday for Altered Carbon, where I play a very... If this is my sweetheart, Morrigan is my bitch. Like, we'll just say it like it is. You can also find me here on TBK Roleplay next Wednesday. I'll be GMing a completely random one-shot. I'm joined by a fantastic cast. Everything will be random. The NPCs, the characters themselves, the hooks, the treasure, everything. It's all up to the dice. It's all up to the random generators that I find. You can also find me over at Nat 20 next Thursday for Roundhouse Alpha, Monster of the Week campaign. That's a lot of fun. We're just kicking off, so it's a really great time to join in on all the crazy conspiracy nutso. I'm up till like 3 a.m. trying to connect dots between Wikipedia articles. It's a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for coming out, and I'm going to pass it on over to Cole.
Hey everybody, my name is Korabi. I play Colin, the Antiquarian. Hopefully I get another cool thing, level 6, maybe do something with damage. Probably not. I do have to say, it is super cool playing a character who's all about ghosts and demons in Curse of Strahd, because that moment where I just like stare Felix in the eyes, I'm like, all right, where the fuck you at? Like, so beautiful. Yeah, me personally, I stream usually every Tuesday before TPK shows, and then I will be GMing hopefully on the 31st for a early day session, since it's a holiday here in the States, if you have time to swing by that. And then next month and July, we have a lot of events that'll be happening, a lot of exciting stuff, so definitely stick around for that. And tomorrow night, we'll talk about cool things and stuff a little more with Dark Echoes and all of our other campaigns for Total Party Recap as we recap the week. So that is it from me. Next is Winchester.
Hello, everyone. I am Tyrant. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Dr. Tyrant. I played Winchester, the half-elf druid, who is extremely excited to be level 6 now because, so many good goodies at level 6. As for what I have going on, later tonight I will be streaming Subnautica, continuing down into the dark depths of this mysterious ocean planet. I will be doing that on my personal channel. And then Monday I will be back here on TDK for Atrium of Aquarius, our Altered Carbon campaign. It's getting real interesting, y'all, and we're going to save some little kids from getting assassinated. Which is not spoilers. It's on Tuesday, I will actually not be in Harper Investigations this week, taking a week off from Harper Investigations, but definitely go catch it anyway, because I have an inkling of what is going to happen this session, and you are not going to want to miss it. And then and on Saturday morning, I will be hosting Murder and Coffee. A week from today, I'll be hosting Murder and Coffee, our GM talk show, and we will be discussing how to build dungeons and the like, a bunch of different topics. So that's going to be a panel, so come check that out on Saturday. And on to Toby.
Hello. I played Toby, who just kind of felt real awkward being around people because he was sure they were going to be scared, and he was right at first. I'm in Harper's Tuesday. Come check that out. Other than that, I really don't have anything going on. So go ahead, Turk.
I disagree, but all right. Hey everyone, I am Turk. I was playing, of course, the Fabius Rictavio, who is just the best. That's his class, the best. It's right here on my character sheet. It says the best. Tonight, I will be playing Bloody Bloody Bootstraps, who is also decidedly pretty great, but I don't know about the best. at the Bard's Refrain. Gonna have to a lot of questions, I guess, in character, and trying to figure out how to deliver them through Bootstrap will be great. Of course, on Sunday, we have Total Party Recap with Cole, who is here, showing his face, and Sir Heckalot, who is in chat as we break down all the amazing things that happened this week, including this very show. So if you have any questions, feel free to DM us directly, drop it down in the instant extension below, or reach out however you prefer. I do have a few carrier pigeon lines here, if you're archaic like that. And we'll do whatever we can to get them answered. Tuesday, I will be in Harper's with Ulrich, fully armored, all that good stuff. Thursday, I'll be over on Nat 20 for Roundhouse Alpha. And then not obviously tomorrow, but next Sunday, I'll be over on Neon Lights for the In His Divine Name, our only war campaign, at noon. So, yeah. Come check out all the amazing, awesome things. And then maybe I'll throw in a personal stream. You have to just kind of follow along because I have zero planning ability and life's about to get a little bit more crazier for me during the day. So, yeah. Thank you all very much.
All right. Again, I'm Luke Locke, and catch me back here tonight playing Bird, my very sweet druid. And I cry a lot during those sessions all the time. And then I'm back on Monday for Atrium of Aquarius, our Altered Carbon campaign. And then again on Harper Investigations, which I run. And then that's it for me for the week. And yeah, thanks, guys. And we'll see you later tonight, Bard's Refrain. Bye. Oh, we're going to raid Hard Knock Dice. Stick around. Okay, bye.
Yes.